Good morning, beautiful people. It's 9:30 in the morning on the 10th of November 2020. We have an announcement that came out late yesterday that Pfizer came out with a COVID-19 vaccine that could be 90% effective. Now, this of course is a major study. There's like 44,000 people tested, I believe. 94 people got infected, and out of those 94, 9 people had the vaccine. So the stats there seem to be quite good. The US market pumped, except for the NASDAQ, because apparently the NASDAQ, or the US 100, the tech companies, all did really well during COVID-19, during the lockdown. I think they found it quite profitable. So we can see here the NASDAQ has dropped pretty hard. But if we go to the Dow Jones, the US 30, we can see it spiked really hard last night and then came back down. So if we open up the 3-minute chart, we can see the pre-market was a huge pump. And then it kind of just trickled up over 30,000 and then back down. Now, why is this significant? Why do I want to make a video? Well, the one thing I can see that's going to move up, or should move up, is travel stocks. First thing I thought was Flight Centre, but then I noticed one of the most shorted stocks on the ASX is Webjet. 15%, almost 16% of all positions are short at the moment. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a match price of 470. The previous close price was 430. Right, that's a good 10% gap up, which is huge for Webjet. So if we zoom out on the daily, we can see, get a bit of a better picture on the daily here. So it's not necessarily going to gap up to 470. Which that's just the current indicative price at the moment, but it is certainly going to be the stock in play. It's going to be a huge breakout. We're looking at resistance of a range of anywhere from, what's this? That's 481. I mean, this is clearly the last piece of resistance. 492. $5 is obviously going to be some sort of psychological level. And then it'll be really interesting to see what happens to the travel sector, specifically Webjet, for the fact that it's got so many shorts. I expect a short squeeze to come into play. It's hard to tell where those shorts are placed, you know, whether they were shorted in a $3 range, $4 range, or all the way back up here at $9. But I expect a lot of those shorts to be covering, because today's news is pretty significant in terms of COVID-19 restrictions. The sooner that vaccine comes out, the better. Obviously, Webjet, Flight Centre and such are still going to be suffering for quite a while, because things won't go back to normal for a while. But that's not what matters. It's the sentiment that matters, right? COVID-19 is turning a corner, a vaccine is around the corner, so on and so forth. So retailers and traders in general are going to be quite happy with that news. And it's really just a big sentiment push, I expect. So keep an eye out on travel stocks. I'll be looking for a dip. I probably won't buy in today, but I will look for a mid to long term position on Webjet and Flight Centre today. Possibly tomorrow, maybe end of the week. What I want is to sort of bounce off these major resistance points and take in a nice, decent position and scale in if it decides to come back down. So that's my play, and it's something worth watching. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Cheers, guys.